Hey traders, John Howell here, and in today's video, we are going to be covering, or I'm going to be covering with you, why I see a big move coming in gold. Let me just do this here, right? Why I see a big move coming in gold, and even though we may see a bit of a drop, if we do get a drop to the downside, what are the key levels of major support to keep an eye for? So I'm going to share that with you. I'm also going to share some key levels, like a really interesting chart to share with you when it comes to the silver key levels. Also, Nasdaq. What's going on with the actual Nasdaq itself? Nasdaq, and where I actually have a price target where the Nasdaq, where I think the market is likely to go to with the Nasdaq. I'm going to teach you one powerful trading technique that when you start to apply this trading technique, it's going to increase the odds of you doing really well in the market. And then I'm going to be covering also the S&P 500. I've got an awesome chart to share with you there about what's coming up. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so let's get straight into the video now. Now, first thing with gold, why I see there's a lot more upside, why I see there's a big move coming in gold, big move coming. Now, when I say that, people are hoping to see this thing rise and make a big move and for it to start to, gallop and start to go up. You shouldn't be thinking like that with gold. See, a lot of people have been saying, or there's been some people saying, and reading these reports like, why would you invest in gold when every time gold goes up, JP Morgan sells it off? And I'm like, what a load of bollocks. Look what gold's done over the last couple of years. It's gone up. Yes, we've got our pullbacks, but that's what happens, okay? So if you're reading articles and newsletters and stuff like that that are saying, that JP Morgan suppressed the market again and look at it come down, stop listening to that rubbish. Right, because you're missing out on big gains. I was long term. A couple of years ago, I bought call options and I sold them this year for a really nice profit. Even though we actually had these major pullbacks in the markets, and that's what it does. Okay, so the thing that I'm looking at when looking at the markets right now is I see a big move coming in gold. And the reason why is because firstly, we are in a very big bullish upward trend line through very big bullish upward trend through here. So we're likely to see a big move up. But people say, John, what happens if it goes down? Well, that could happen as well too, right? We need to be honest about ourselves. That could happen as well too. But if it does go down, then where is the market likely to go to? Well, firstly, we can see that right now, we see this major support level through here. We have support through here. We have a support through here. And we have a support through here as well too. You can see we're actually at that level right now. Major support level right now. We're holding that strong. Now, just because we have a support level doesn't mean it's going to support the market. Doesn't mean the market's not going to break through it and start to make a move. Because as you know, support and resistance levels break all the time. So it's just an area we need to keep an eye out for. But what happens if the market does start to see this sell-off in the market, a bit of a drop in the market overall? Now, let me just actually start with this here. We have this long-term trend line through here, and then actually, you know what? Let me just do this thing through here. All right, so I'm going to draw this trend line up from there to there. I would say that there's another trend line coming from there. And I'm just redrawing this trend line here. Let me go to my daily chart so I can share with you what I just did there. You can see here that this trend line picked up a lot of support level through here, and then a lot of support and resistance going on through here as well too. So you can see where that trend line, this blue trend line, comes involved. But that's not the main one that I want to show you. The main one that I want to share with you is look at back here. The market respects these levels like there's no tomorrow. Right now, the market is having a lot of problems around 1900. Why? Because it's the previous high back here in 2011. But what happens if we do get a bit of a drop down? Then look at this point through here. We have this point here, and this point here that are major resistance in the markets. So this whole 1800 level, and if I bring back the daily chart now, and I zoom in just a wee bit, you can see how this whole 1800 area, even just slightly below it, is major support. So if we do get something like that, we're probably likely to get something like that and then something like that. So to me, if I was looking at the markets 2 years from now, we would have either seen that or this. To me, it doesn't matter either way because I see a lot more upside coming in gold. So that's why I see there's a big move coming in gold. The big move up may be starting, soon, or we may need to see a bit of a flush down to get people short to create what I call a slingshot pattern. A slingshot pattern is when the market finds support, breaks below support, gets stop these longs out that are long, gets people short, and then starts to see a big move up. The market loves to do that. So I wouldn't be too surprised if the market actually did do that. And then we're probably likely to see a big move coming out of gold. So that's why I see a big move coming in gold. Now, some key levels I want to share with you when it comes to silver. Look at this here. So right now, if I bring up my major, let me just delete this here. You can see silver's in where we are right now. Okay, major resistance here around 26, and then we have this trend line coming down through here. Now, one thing I want to share with you is that if we look at the weekly charts, okay, if we have a look at the weekly chart through here, we can see this whole weekly chart is definitely having a bit of problems where we are right now. So if I squeeze my chart up, you can see this whole 22, maybe down to 20, is a whole level of significant support. That's why it's having a lot of problems there. Well, it actually had a lot of problems there recently. But look what's happening here as well too. Look back here. All through this level here, this level here on the weekly charts, as you can see, it was a major support level through there. That's where, and you can notice right now, this 26 level is having a problem here. So that's going to be a very key level to break, because if we go back to our daily charts again and zoom in a bit more, if we hold here and we start to get a break above 26, then that's going to be a major significant key level to say that would be likely the confirmation that we're now likely to see, no guarantees guys, okay, but we're now likely to see a move back to the upside if we did start to see that. So watch out for those key levels. Moving over now through to the Nasdaq, and I want to share a price projection with you. So what's happening here with the Nasdaq? Firstly, we can see we have a $12 resistance through there. I can see we actually have a bit of a trend line. I'm just drawing my trend line from this point here, and then I had a final support level through there and final level support through there as well too. And now we've bounced up, and now we're holding this level through here. So where do I think the Nasdaq's likely to go to? Well, what I'm likely to do is as you can see, this would be, if I was looking at the whole, this here would be the start of the resistance point of the high down to this sort of this trend line coming up. I like to take 80% of this channel. So 20% from the start to the close would be somewhere around about this point through here. I measure from the low to the high. So let's do that now. I'm going to go from the low to the high. I'm going to go low to the high. I'm going to project this up, a little projection pattern, and then we're going to start to see this projection pattern. And now I actually have a target of 13,500 on the Nasdaq. How long is that going to take, John? Tomorrow. Get ready to go, okay? I'm joking, guys. I'm joking, okay? We never know. I never know the timing of things, but I'm confident. There's probably like an 80% probability we're going to get the 13,500. Timing, I don't know. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, I don't know. But I'm very, very confident we're going to get there. It's not going to go straight up. We're going to get pullbacks. We're going to get little dips. We're going to get down weeks. But overall, over the next few months, I'll see the 13,500 being hit. Now, let's move on over now to the one powerful trading technique. Here we go. This one powerful trading technique here that's going to really help you increase your success rate when trading these markets. What's been happening recently in the markets, in the stock market, is we've been getting a very big up move for the last week, especially in stocks. But you need to be very, 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 very careful. And the reason why is because if I bring up, say, a candlestick chart here for a minute, the reason why is because a lot of these weekly charts, like if I bring up, say, for example, CCL as an example, like Carnival Cruise, notice how we're still in a very big downward trend on Carnival Cruise. So we may be getting ready for another move up, or this just may be a little bit of a fake out before we continue this overall major downward trend. So the one technique you can start to use is always look at the weekly chart to see what the weekly trend is doing. And if we are not in a strong weekly upward trend, you need to be alert. Now, what is a trend? A trend is simply highs and lows, right? So higher highs and higher lows is an uptrend. Lower highs, lower lows is a downtrend. So if the market is in a lower high, lower low in a downtrend, you need to be careful. And if the weekly chart is against the trade you're about to take, you need to be very, very cautious because very cautious of that because it could be very, very, very short-lived. If you're trying to make a big move, if you're trying to jump on something that's likely to make a big move, and that weekly trend is going against you, then we could actually see a bit of a drop. And you can see like through here, right? Here's a high weekly chart, rally down. Look at this here, rallied back up. Oh my goodness, the trend changing, and then lower high, coming down through here, lower high, equal high, and drop, and another lower high, and now we're going through here. So as you can see, all through this time with Carnival Cruise, if you're trying to go long and trying to pick the bottom of, trying to make a big move, and the weekly chart is down, you probably have a 5% probability of picking the bottom, and 95% chance we're going to continue to roll over just like we did here. That's why if you use the same analysis that we look at, say, gold right now, look what gold's doing. Gold's doing exactly what? The opposite. Higher low, higher low, higher low. And even if we do get a bit of a drop down here, we're likely to create another higher low and start to see a whooshka in the markets. So don't ever fight that weekly trend. If we have a weekly strong trend in either direction, don't fight that. If you're looking for big moves in the markets, go with the stream. Go with the, go wait for a big wave. You're the paddle and you're looking for that daily charts. But if you're looking for really good trades, look for really good setups that are going with the weekly trend. Now, sometimes you have a weekly chart there's no one in control, and that's a bit different. But if you have a bullish trade and you saw something like Carnival Cruise when you're just getting something like this, don't fight the market, guys. Don't fight it. 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 Like, I promise you this. That's where like so many people, look at this here, right? A little pullback, rally up. Oh, the top's in gold, little pullback. Let's see. Oh, look at this here. Big drop down and rally up, and then coming down, we may get something like that, but we're probably likely to get something like that. Don't fight the weekly charts. I hope that helps you out there. And the S&P 500, what's coming for the S&P 500? What do I see coming through there? Moving over, again, guys, pretty much a nothing day through there. But I see an overall target coming into, especially when the new stimulus package gets passed and all that sort of stuff over the next few months. Now, on the short term, we may get a little bit of a drop, but I still have a 3,850 target. So I hope this helped you out, guys. Let me know what you think below. Hit the like button. And guys, my coaching program, my 12-month coaching program, if you want to join my private weekly coaching program, that starts straight away and end at the end of next year. I'm about to close it down. So very first thing in the description, if you want my coaching, and this may be your very last chance, so click on the link in the description, go over and see the page and see all the details. And if it's right for you, then join. And if it's not right for you, then that's okay as well too. I hope this video has helped you out, and I'll look forward to speaking to you real soon.